for Jackie Robinson Day. It's the San Diego Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Chris, today. First pitch moments away. And on the hill in this one, Freddie Peralta, saying he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
And down on strikes. And that's the first out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Ha-Sung Kim, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Well, Kim is one of those players that it's just hard to take your eyes off of him, and not many players in the 2023 World Baseball Classic had more fun than he did. He hit a grand slam in a win against China, and earlier in the tournament had a 2-homer game. Delivered some special moments for Korea.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with a number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 outs, base is empty. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball 1. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hoskins pulls that one down, and that is. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Owen Miller getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Darvish, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a slider, a 4-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. Slider misses outside. That's to third. Machado in plenty of time to first, and they get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And that's a fair ball.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Willie Adames stands in. First pitch, not close. Monasterio off of first with 2 away. And that's outside. Now 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2 outs.
Well, 3 balls, no strikes.
Strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Got him. Out number 3. Brewers come up empty in the first. Top of the second. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. The line to kick the pitch. That one misses. Ball 1. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under their wing as a son or a nephew and show you some of the tricks of the trade. It's just invaluable, that type of experience.
Tatis waits. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Ground ball right side. Miller gets it to first. And they take care of Tatis for the out. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And a foul ball. Peralta, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2. Second inning here, no score. That's ripped. Base hit. And now here is Kyle Higashioka.
Ball 1.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And there's a ball.
2 balls.
Man at first, 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke one out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Profar climbs in on that left side. And that's in for a strike. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. As he was out front that time. 2 outs. Bounce to the left side. And that's just foul. Got him swinging. 1 left for San Diego. Back here in Milwaukee. And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Darvish back to work. Swing and a ball popped up. And makes the grab. 1 away. Now it's Christian Yelich.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, a former teammate.
Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boo. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
0-1's the count.
Wouldn't chase that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball to strike. The pitch. And another ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one finds the zone, and the count is filled up. And a swing and a miss, and Milwaukee is set down in order. Brewers. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Tucupita Marcano. And the pitch. That one a little bit high, and that's ball one. Marcano in his second season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela.
1-1.
That clips a corner. And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. So up next, Jose Azocar. This one in the air. Gets under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 outs. So the lineup flips over. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Xander Bogaerts. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the Brewers DH, Jake Bauers. Here comes the pitch. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. His 4th home run of the season. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
There's Gary Sanchez. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And a big swing and a miss.
You just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Bounce to 3rd. And it goes just foul. And the righty deals. And 1-2. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. On the ground to 3rd. 2 out.
Got him.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Milwaukee, Owen Miller. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Strike 2. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the last half of the 3rd. Out towards right center field. That gets down for a hit.
To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play. And now they've got
runner on the goal. Pitch misses. And safe. It's a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
The next offering misses, and the count is 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results. Two-one now.
Little chopper rolls foul. Miller at second with 2 down. And another ball. Willie Adames up next. Outside, and that is ball 4. So first and second with 2 outs. And here is Willie Adames. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And here's the strike.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 3 innings as we go to the top of the 4th. And the batter now, Ha-Sung Kim. Peralta back to work.
That's a ball.
Ball 1 there.
You know, these Padres just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. And there's the automatic. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Under it. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Now Machado up here. First time up was a pop out. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The Padres trailing by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball popped up. Hoskins moves under it. They got it for out number 2. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Padres down in order. Back here at American Family Field, and stepping in is the speedy Jackson Chourio. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Off the mark there, and it's a ball to strike.
Well, these Brewers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats on that. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there, and really they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. And now it's Christian Yelich. That one ripped. Azokar going back, and it hits the fence. Now a relay to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
The 1-0. On the ground to the left. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw. That's an error, and everyone is safe. They get the tag on him, applies the tag, and they get 2. Double. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. Now, Jake Cronenworth. Right through there for a strike. Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. Righty delivers. Just off the inside corner. Going to count 1 and 2. Got it. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Kyle Higashioka. And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-0. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
The pitch. Got him looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Profar in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. To the right side. Fires over to first. Padres go down 1-2. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Jake Bauers. He's already homered in this game. The wind and the pitch. Just missed. Late with the swing there.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Next one misses, and a count 2-1. Way out front for strike 2. And the pitch. And another ball. And that one hit to first. Knocks it down. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. He keeps his composure and they get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Sanchez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Gets him to chase after that one. 1 out, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now right
up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. That's in there, and it's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And now 1 and 2. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting them with a pitch. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the second baseman, Owen Miller, 1 for 2. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Righty to the plate. In the air, left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that. Back to the ballpark here on Jackie Robinson Day. And now the DH, Tucupita Marcano. And that's too high. Singing here on Jackie Robinson Day. What comes to mind?
Courage. I think about what Jackie Robinson had to endure to be a Major League Baseball player. What he had to deal with in society, but also what he had to deal with in his own clubhouses. To be able to go out there and do that day in and day out, man, that just speaks courage to me.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Line drive.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Azokar in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. That one way inside.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Bounce to the right. Hoskins takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Andrew Monasterio. On the ground to third, and foul ball. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis after it. Makes the grab, and there's one down. So digging in, Willie Adames.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Big swing and a miss. Adames goes 6'1", 215 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one misses, and the count is 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball.
Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Chourio at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Just missed. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Higashioka down to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning.
San Diego, the shortstop,
So digging in now for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. Peralta back to work.
1-0.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And a swing and a miss. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you get the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Machado stands in now and watches strike 1. Next pitch misses, and 1-1. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Nice curveball for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
That clips the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
And that's in the dirt. Outside low, ball 2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Jake Cronenworth, the next to hit.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt.
Tatis runs. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
With the tying run at second, here are the top half of inning number 7.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Padres lead 1, and it remains 1-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Johnny Brito.
And he's had a struggle so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Yelich at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Number 42 getting ready to go. Cosgrove also throwing. And that one's a little bit low. And the count even 1-1. Good eye in that spot. Left-hand hitter waits. Way outside. And now 3 balls and a strike. And he walked him.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. First pitch just misses. Yelich leads off first with 1 away. Yelich goes. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And he takes it himself for the out. Here's Gary Sanchez now. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Cronenworth drifts towards it, brings it in, and that is that. Brewers strand 1, but they're on top 1-0. As he turns on the rubber, and with that live arm delivers. Higashioka in the box now, takes strike 1. Strike 3, got him swinging. And 1 ball.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just.
Manager out of the dugout. So the Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen, Trevor McGill.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Profar up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Next offering in there for a strike, and that's strike 1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Chourio makes a nice running catch. Next is the designated hitter, Tucupita Marcano. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Just missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
On the ground to third, and he picks it up in foul territory. Right-handed reliever.
Triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Base hit, and that keeps the inning going. Jose Azocar, the next up for the Padres. First pitch, and he just misses.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Great work out of the Brewer bullpen. Back here at American Family Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Sal Frelick. And a pitch. Line drive, base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Really good job keeping that one fair down the line. He let that off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate travel just long enough, stayed short and quick to square up nicely.
Miller in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Underhanded to second, over to first, safe. Down the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio. Ripped on a line. Coming on Profar, he's there, he's got it, and there's 2 away. So next it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Willie Adames. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The 0-2. In the air, out towards left center, and that'll do it. Back here in Milwaukee, all set to start the night.
The second baseman, Sanjay Kozo.
And he deals. Right field, down the line, and that one slices foul. Here's the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. And that's a little high.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Kicks and deals. Out to short, Adames. Whips it across, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. He's 2 outs away. Ha-Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. There's the strike.
0-1.
Out to short, Adames. Now only 1 out remaining.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Machado stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. The pitch.
At the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The Padres down to their final strike. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind them to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. They hang on to win it. Play ball!